Life is a serious matter. The biggest aspect of what makes it so is the fact that we will die someday, and hence our time is limited. But no pressure. Take your time and enjoy the moment. No pressure at all. Then of course there are a million other little things that contribute to our everlasting poker face, as if we were waiting for the approaching doom. Nothing to joke about here, let's move on. So you enter the society, or you don't, if you prefer to count on your ancestral skills of living in the nature, what by the way might prove to be more and more difficult to accomplish, since most of the land is owned by someone, with an irony. And thus the safest option appears to be shoot yourself into space and build some fence around the planet you want to live on. So you enter the society. Countless things you must do to keep your life going. Money is the obvious one. If you want to live, you must both be paid for living and pay for it at the same time. So you juggle your time, working your ass off for the life which apparently should feel like a gift. Money sorted, your dignity too. You must also get some social network to keep going. Approximately 200 friends on Facebook should be enough to keep your self-esteem high or to suck the rest of your soul away. If you are more sophisticated, there is also an option to enter the world of Tinder or Snapchat. If you are too hipster for this, there is also Google+, where you can express your eccentricities. You keep telling yourself that everything is in place, that your life is sorted, that you have everything under control. Such a serious piece of work. You decide to overlook all the absurdities, such as paying for the toilet because relieving yourself is a privilege, the IKEA maze, which puts you on a test as to how much frustration you can bear, and priority lines because jumping on that airplane first and waiting 30 minutes for the rest of the passengers will get you to a destination quicker. Very serious job indeed. You are told you are free and thus you must vote. It is your duty. But you can't vote or even openly express the wish to participate in a different system than democracy, because this will oppress other people. What about your own self-oppression? No one cares. Move on. Then you attach yourself to it all more and more, to a point where your eyes start to twinkle each time someone threatens your security or take your spotlight away. You are like the best actor who became one with their role and who has forgotten it's just a play. So many things to maintain, control, overlook and sort. It's a serious job to live. You must take care of your health, your wealth, as if these two were two different things, your feelings, your appearance, your entertainments, your relationships. What about living? Don't amuse me. I must stay focused on maintaining life, because if I let go, everything will go to pieces. And if it does, well, what if it does? Sometimes you might say that life is pointless or not worth living. But how do you determine the value of life? Is it measured in gold, the number of your friends, your career, or appearance? How would you know? And what if it is entirely meaningless? What are you gonna do about it? Tell your mom? This is getting too depressing. Let's start over. It was a warm and sunny afternoon. You have been reflecting on feeling grateful for being a part of the thriving society and honored about being given an opportunity to participate in this complex and incredibly interesting game called life. It is a true privilege to be presented with such a choice of different roles you might play, attitudes to embrace, and feelings to experience. This is getting too cheesy. Let's start one more time. The masterpiece called life presents itself with many different variations and perspectives which we might select, change, and modify to our appetites. Perhaps there are many things that you can't personally change, such as the physical laws, or the fact that the more you attach yourself to your current experience, whatever it might be, happiness, anxiety, or boredom, the less of other things you might see and experience. Some people are extremely serious about their lives, trying to preserve every bit of it and keep it under control while progressively accumulating tensions in their shoulders, which by the way is a manifestation of stress, if you didn't know that. Some others might appear not serious enough, allowing themselves to sink into chaos of everyday life, forgetting that they have some agency that could be easily expressed. Whatever the case, the more serious you are, the funnier you will appear to those who see your suit as a clown's costume. And the less serious you are, the more amusement you will provide to those who have already the afterlife planned. If it's not absurd enough, I'm not sure what is.